having lots of fun and listening to Toon Jam. We do Toon Jam. We do it with our friends at 20th Century Geek. We do Toon Jam. We do Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Toon Jam.
Hello and welcome to Toon Jam Podcast with Cahoots, or in cahoots with
Scott Weatherly from 20th Century Geek.
I'm Matt.
I'm J-Man.
And this is a very special episode because it's a unique crossover.
That's it. We're like the Avengers.
We're like the Avengers.
Or Freddy vs. Jason.
We have joined forces.
One of the two of the above. So, we've got Scott here today to talk about a very interesting subject.
Right.
Yeah.
You contacted me and said, we have a cartoon to discuss, which we know you have a great affinity for.
Of course.
And, you
who
really
doesn't?
are. Yeah, who doesn't? Who hasn't seen this classic piece of advertising?
Yeah, so I went ahead and picked, I don't even know if I explain because everyone at home probably can guess, but it's The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald, the first episode being Scared Silly, created in 1998 by the same guys that brought you Rugrats and Rocket Force,
Real Monsters. Wild Thornberrys.
The whole Nickelodeon.
They have a very distinctive animation style.
Yeah, like art style with
which
it.
jumped off the screen. Immediately.
It starts live action and then jumps straight into some nice animated goodness. It's a bit weird. It's like they release them as like videos. To sell in store.
You could buy them in store,
Yeah.
or from what I read, you would get one if you bought sufficient amount of food.
I think it was.
That's really cool.
The deals I saw were you could get one with a small ice cream cone.
What?
Yeah, or a small Diet Coke.
That's not a lot of food.
No, but they were basically like, you want to take this advertisement material home? Of course you can.
And then,
You want to pump your children full of Ronald McDonald? Yeah. Fair enough.
but apparently they were so popular that the animation company had to start doing it through their own site.
Really?
Because they didn't stock enough.
And stores, apparently restaurants would run out of copies of these 6 episodes.
Of the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald.
Like you said, the fact is there were 6 of these running from 1998 to 2003.
Yeah.
So these must have been successful because they were like, we'll do another one and we'll do another one.
Yeah.
But they're an interesting mix of animation and live action.
Yeah. So let's start with the live action, seeing as it starts with the live action. You start off in Ronald's wacky house.
Yeah, which is pretty wacky. It's pretty colourful.
Yeah,
it is in McDonald's world.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. In McDonald's
world. So he's got his own world.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is he? He's like an inventor.
I have no idea what he is.
He says he invents things.
He's a clown. Let's be honest. First off, he is a clown. He's wearing full makeup in bed.
Yeah.
Like, I've always assumed as a character that he was a person that was a clown. But this is like basically no, that's just his face.
He's a living clown.
He wakes up like that in the morning.
Yeah,
and,
that's horrifying.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things in this that are horrifying.
Oh yeah, well I was scared silly.
And I think it doesn't even start off with him, does it? It starts off with his absolutely terrifying dog. Someday the dog.
Some reject from a fucking Muppet thing.
He does actually look like one of the characters from Our Real Monsters.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Like, if they did a live action Our Real Monsters, he would be in it.
Yeah.
I got the feeling though, looking at that, they did the animation designs first.
Yeah.
And then they built the suit and stuff.
Because it looks so much
spot on.
Yeah. It looks like the headmaster, doesn't it?
It does.
In Our Real Monsters,
definitely.
That, and it's weird because he's got like his full on snout, and the mouth's underneath it.
It's like a proper human mouth.
Yeah. And it's really weird. He's voiced by Tom Kenny, isn't he? Am I right?
Sometimes, yeah.
I think.
Is it Tom Kenny?
I think so, yeah. But it's really like I just thought the voice. Such a terrible choice of voice for that dog. You just
the casting
he's so apathetic, isn't he? Like,
yeah,
he's just like, brr.
And he just constantly makes like bad gags from like an old sitcom.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. The scripting and the casting in this is bizarre.
Yeah,
because there are so many elements that someone's clearly watched a lot of 70s sitcoms, and he's like the grumpy neighbour.
Yeah,
but he's the pet dog.
No.
Yeah,
like
there's a bit where he actually takes a mick at someone's haircut.
Which is rich,
coming
from him, and his bizarre head.
So
in general,
he was.
But I mean, even more ridiculous is who is in the costume. For it, which is Mini-Me,
Vern
Troyer of Austin Powers fame.
But I had to double check because I thought, man, he must have been, his career must have been on the skids at this point.
Before,
no. 97 was the first Austin Powers.
But he wasn't. Was he in the first, or was he in the second?
He's only the second one.
Yeah.
So the second one's 99, so it's the year after this.
Yeah.
So this was his big break.
Yeah. This was he started off in dog suit.
Yeah. Came to the audition like, you may remember me from being a bizarre
Wacky
clown dog at the start of the
what do they call that when they've got a reel? Here's my reel. And you're like, what is this? Even they're like, what is this McDonald's nonsense?
It's very...
Were you in an advert?
They thought it was some like artsy indie film. They were just like, oh yeah, man, you went places in that one. Yeah, that was really,
I mean,
really
to be fair, he plays the dog very well.
Yeah.
From transition from live action to cartoon, you can't give him grief for that.
For the live action, the thing that sprang to mind, I had to check the dates for these as well, is and I hate the word wacky, because one of those days when someone describes themselves as wacky, you know that they've either got some sort of like mental illness or you're just like, no,
I'm
the wacky one.
You hate them instantly.
You're that person.
So you're wacky. Okay,
never going to talk to you again. Yeah.
Bye you.
Yeah. Oh, orange ties. Good for you.
Yeah.
But then Ronald McDonald, I still like him.
Really?
As much as I did before.
But the whole world it is very, very wacky, and it's all colourful. He wakes up and his bed is a bun. And there's like subtle advertising throughout.
Yeah.
But it felt like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, big time.
The Michael Myers. It had there's an acid trip to the Michael Myers Cat in the Hat.
Right, yeah.
You know, that sort of
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, that's what it felt very like Grinch, Dr. Seuss. It was like there's all funny angles and colours and stuff.
I thought you were going to say Halloween.
I know.
I thought he was going to crack out a butcher's knife and start hacking. No, but it felt like very sort of like surreal. And
it did, like the set was like so vibrant that it's like you could tell it was artificial. Like those colours are just not natural.
They don't exist anyway. But I really liked that. I thought the element was really
it was cool.
good.
Like, and as well, like so, Ronald McDonald is played by. They have like, there's always a Ronald McDonald, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's like the guy. That's his job. Always.
Yeah.
So, and this is played by the guy at
the
the time.
the guy that was Ronald at that time.
Yeah.
So he was doing the adverts.
In the credits, he's listed as
himself.
Ronald McDonald as himself.
Yeah.
And how crap is that as the actor that you are?
He was so immersed in it.
Yeah. You just become Ronald.
He went method.
Yeah. But I thought he was quite good actually. I was quite surprised at it. Like, he was quite funny. Even he was a bit sarcastic as well. Like with the dog.
Yeah.
I think the dog's like moaning about how they're going to get there. And he's just like, I thought we'd just take the car.
Yeah.
Chill out. Chill out, dog.
It's not an issue.
Yeah. But and the dog's watching some spooky dinosaur film.
Yeah.
Which is actually a compilation of like 3 different films.
Yeah.
They're just
Godzilla
noise. I was like, really? But they're taking segments from I think like several films just so they could have the film was basically made up of claymation or stop motion dinosaurs.
Yeah. It did crap me up at the end though because he goes back to watching it because he was too scared, wasn't he, at the start? And then if you actually listen to what the guy's saying, they're looking at a dinosaur and he's like, oh, I knew I never should have sat on that egg.
It's like, it turns out like he incubated the egg.
It's really, that was just the funniest bit in the whole show, I thought. It really cracked me up, that did. But yeah, it's weird, when they're in the house as well, everything's dead fast, like it's been times 2 speed.
Speed.
And it's a bit weird because sometimes he'll be talking and he's still moving around too fast. It's a bit strange.
that's what I mean by the Dr. Seussian of it.
Yeah.
It was everything's hyper. Like
Yeah.
it's turned up to 11 kind of thing, which I find.
I mean, I
thought it was quite interesting.
It's weird. Do you reckon they just had that to have the actual Ronald McDonald in it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon
Gotta
that's
be, because
because having the cartoon in itself is probably not enough. You know, they want that.
They want you to.
Because they did used to do it every night. I mean, the Mario cartoon that had a live action.
Yeah, it was Dr. Lou Albano.
And he was like, "Yo, it's me, Mario." He was like the real life Wario as Mario.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but it's the only other cartoon I can think of where they had a live action
interplay.
Yeah, but I suppose it's with these characters.
You
that
get a bit like
exist,
with SpongeBob.
don't-
SpongeBob SquarePants has the pirate thing.
Yeah, but that's sort
But
of
still that's not a character, is it?
Yeah.
No, I suppose when they're like cartoons based off things that already exist.
Well, we're also, because before we get into the cartoon, there's an element here. There's the elephant in the room we have not yet shouted out. Right? You've just said about things about that based on existing properties.
Yeah.
This is based on a marketing device.
Oh yeah, big time.
Right. This is not. Like you said, this isn't based on anything that exists as a game or a comic. Or this is literally the adventures.
This is based
the living adventures of McDonald's.
Of a mascot.
Of a mascot.
Yeah.
For like for
the largest fast food chain.
Yeah, for sort of like bad health.
Yeah,
it's genius.
Yeah,
it's like
it
these
is.
guys were like
This is
just up there, like way beyond everybody else's marketing levels. Like before,
it's so of the time though, isn't it? Like 80s,
Yeah.
90s commercialism.
Yeah.
Like this was just the peak of it.
this is
unreal.
This feels like this is almost like the thing that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Because watching this, the question that came on to me, because I was like, there was characters in this, and when we get into the cartoon, that I hadn't thought about for years.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm in the higher end of my 30s, but I should still be able to know the Hamburglar, Grimace. And so
Grimace.
but I was thinking, I haven't seen those. I had to check. McDonald's don't use them anymore.
Yeah.
No. What, any of them?
No, they can't.
Not even Hamburglar.
Not really. They use them in a limited capacity.
Yeah.
Because of advertisers on the
Because-
state now, they can't advertise to children.
Kids, yeah.
So this is almost like they must have pushed this, and someone at some market or some advertising
This is wrong.
authorities
Yeah.
gone,
Yeah.
wow, this is almost as bad as like the cigarette adverts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the
It's
fact that there was-
almost. I think it's almost a shame it's for McDonald's.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they created quite a cool
They
little.
did little
Yeah,
Like,
little
it's such a
universe.
bizarre array of characters. There's like a bird,
Yeah.
a big purple thing,
Hamburger.
a Hamburglar, the clown.
Yeah.
It's just
That's the
weird. None
thing,
of it fits
it's
together.
not half-assed, is it? Like,
Oh,
if
no,
this,
no,
if
no,
this was
no,
somebody
no.
else's attempt at doing this would be like the lowest budget, like
Yeah.
piece of turd that like has
Yeah.
absolutely no depth
Yeah.
to it at all.
Just
But
had
this
to
is
push it out.
like if this was on Cartoon Network, like when
Well,
you
I
were
mean,
sitting and watching, you wouldn't have thought twice about it.
Compare
It's
this,
like, oh, yeah, it's
like I said
McDonald's
before.
show.
Yeah.
Like,
Compare this to Mario,
yeah,
and just that opening bit.
yeah,
This is like if you were to do it right,
yeah,
Yeah.
compared to if you were to do it horrifically
yeah.
wrong.
Just
Yeah.
two guys
Yeah.
in dodgy
Do
dungarees.
does,
like,
does anyone know a
Hey,
chubby
man.
guy with a moustache?
Yeah.
The homeless guy out back. Wheel him in.
Do the Mario, swing your arms.
Yeah.
And it is, it's weird. It's upsetting that it's for McDonald's.
Yeah, it
Because I'm
is.
like, I still want these characters. I feel should still exist.
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
But like I say, they pump into it because that set,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
opening set,
Yeah.
is really like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
someone designed this and built it, and I was really impressed with it. I was like,
But they did go. They had a game as well, didn't they? A McDonald's game.
yeah, yeah.
Like we were talking about the other day.
Yeah, video
where
game.
sorry, a video game.
A video
Yeah.
game. Yeah. And you
For what
played as,
console?
It was like
It might have
Mega
been for
Drive,
Mega Drive,
or
yeah.
Really?
SNES or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. And you were there was like two little kids.
It's no wonder obesity runs rampant,
It's-
is it really?
Yeah,
This is
it's crazy.
They
But,
were-
but yeah, it was just it was a good
Marketing.
game as well. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
it was.
I still love it.
yeah.
So there's an element of McDonald's. Their marketing machine is like actually being hampered
Yeah.
by working for a fast food
Well, basically,
restaurant.
like now, when you think about it, when's the last time you saw a McDonald's advert or anything about Happy Meals or kids?
Well, you see them, but they can't. They're very limited.
I've
couldn't go-
not seen one on TV though. For you.
No, but they can't. They're
The only time I see kids even eating in a McDonald's advert is when they're eating carrot sticks.
yeah. Well, there's actually the only time recently that I've seen a Happy Meal advert was when I took Ellie, my daughter, to go see the My Little Pony movie, and they had the advert in there, But in the advert, like you say, the boxes are plain red.
Yeah.
With no adornments, no advertisement on, and the kid was eating carrot sticks and grapes. But they were like, and there is other food available too.
Yeah.
But there was no like direct reference to anything that would be considered fast food. Oh, they do mention chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
But only to say that they were 100% chicken and all that other stuff, which makes you wonder like, what the hell were they before?
Yeah.
40% chicken.
I know, that's
close enough.
Yeah. That's what all I ate as a kid. The nuggets, like.
But the fact of the matter is,
chicken foam.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Though I think advertising authorities have stopped all this. They've killed all these characters.
Yeah.
The thing is, you've got to remember that Super Size Me did a huge amount of damage
Big time,
to McDonald's, and their whole marketing campaign and like everything. Like the fact that they had to change the menu because of a film, like it's crazy, really. Like, so I don't know how much of this comes back to Morgan Spurlock.
Well, no, because these stopped in 2003. So I was thinking the same. I was like, what happened in 2003, 2004?
Yeah.
That stopped these.
Yeah.
Because they did seem to be making money.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, as like, was there something? Like, was it Super Size Me, or was there something else? Like, was there legislation put in place that was like enough?
No more.
You can't keep doing this.
It's strange. But I mean, so as a father, would you show your daughter this cartoon?
Do you know what? It was weird because I did think that, and I think I would, right?
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, it's actually not a bad cartoon.
No,
the cartoon itself is no dissimilar to like Scooby Doo or
Yeah.
Rugrats or anything like that. It's
what's weird as well is actually, I know they've got like there's obviously loads of McDonald's themed stuff in it, but then they never eat.
No, they don't.
They never eat anything.
Exactly. There's even a song when they go back camping, when they arrive, and we'll get onto the story. They talk about camping, and one of them does say, and you can have snacks.
Yeah.
And again, she pulls out an apple.
Yeah.
And I was after expecting to be pulling out like a burger and fries.
And if they did, you wouldn't be expecting it.
That's it.
You'd be like, well, yeah, it's McDonald's. So,
yeah. But if they were to be like, you know, burger and fries and all that other stuff, then it'd be a bit like, oh, maybe not. But I don't think times have changed. I don't think Ellie's 5 now, and I don't think she would be able to make the connection between the characters she can see in there and the McDonald's that exists in 2018. I think it's two different things now.
Yeah, but it's weird because as a 29-year-old, it made me want to buy a Happy Meal. Well, like an old one. I was like, why don't they do Ronald McDonald toys for a Happy Meal anymore? Because I want to go and grab a...
But that's the world we live in now. But even recently, there was a headline saying that Tony the Tiger's under threat.
Really?
That's how far it's going. So I think these were the first casualties of an ongoing war to make all food boring.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So let's shall we jump into the actual cartoon?
Let's talk about the
actual story, or what is the
events that transpired.
It's weird. Like straight away, first sort of thoughts on the episode as a whole is it doesn't feel like a first episode.
No, they just drop you into this.
Yeah, which I know they used to do that a lot, but this really feels like one of the later episodes that they just chuck in because they were like, well, maybe a haunted house.
Yeah.
It's not the first thing you think
this
of,
wasn't the best. Yeah, actually, this feels more like a Halloween special rather than an opening
But then I suppose
episode.
it depends. I don't know if it was released in October or something, and they were like, yeah, let's do it.
Possibly. I don't know.
Find that, but that was weird. But I suppose you do sort of get a gist of all the characters, and
they all get a moment to shine, as it were.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them. They keep popping up. I think the one that I didn't twig for ages was the little birds.
Yeah.
And then sort of when you see their nuggets, and then I laughed, and then I was like, actually, that's really horrible.
This is the thing that I didn't get was like
they're already ready to eat. They're already caught. Like
that's why they're 100% chickens, because they're made from nugget birds.
They were nuggets.
You just take the beaks off, and take the eyes out.
Ronald just leans in with that, and here's some tomato sauce.
When you're just like there's actually, what if I had this idea like halfway through, like imagine if he went in the haunted house.
Yeah.
And actually the reason it was so scary is because it was like behind the scenes in McDonald's.
They go in and it's live action again. It's just people with grills
cooking up everything. Like those birds, they're like, oh god.
That would have been if they'd have opened the door and there was a guy there with a frying machine.
And just like Ronald's face all over it, like, yeah, these are my mates, and I'm serving them to people to eat.
Come in, guys.
Yeah.
It's me, Ronnie.
Then it would have been scary.
I'm your friend.
That's what I thought was weird. Was like not only did they not eat McDonald's during the whole time, but their friends were the food at McDonald's. Like they completely detached you from the fact that the thing you're eating is chicken or the thing you're eating is a beef burger.
Yeah.
But like now all your friends are made out of those things. So you've got like the little chicken nugget guys. There's like the fry kids or whatever.
They're called the fry kids. The little fuzzy things.
Kids. Yeah, they were just like bunches of fries.
Is that what they are?
Yeah,
I was trying to figure it
yeah.
out. Because they're like colours, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because I remember the pictures of them in McDonald's as a
Yeah,
kid.
and I was like, what were they? Because you
Yeah.
used to get them little poof ball things.
Yeah.
that were like, you were
Yeah.
like, oh, they're just them. But they're fries. They're like bundles of fries.
That makes a lot
and
of
then
sense.
I'm like, what's Grimace? Is he like a...
I used to think
He's an aubergine. Let's be honest.
I used to think he was a giant purple nugget.
Yeah, he does look like a giant purple.
But I don't know what...
I think he's just supposed to be like a comedy character, isn't
Yeah.
he? He's like the Mr. Blobby of the McDonald's.
I think
universe. There's another 90s reference for it.
Seeing this makes you realise how little of it we actually got in the UK.
Oh, God, yeah.
So we got the picture. I remember
Yeah.
seeing them all, but there's...
Well, it's clear that I think the original... When you see this... And I did like you do the research and you look at these characters because the character designs are there and they translate really well to animation.
These ones are even rehashed character designs.
Yeah, they're solid.
Which means there was things before.
Yeah,
Apparently
yeah.
there's a 1990 cartoon as well.
Yes.
But it's,
which is like a Treasure Island.
yeah,
kind of
it's
thing,
very
isn't
hard
it?
to. I don't know how you find
There's
it.
snippets. There's only snippets of that on YouTube. I couldn't find the whole thing. But the thing I kept coming back to looking at them was these could be Muppets.
Yeah.
Like quite easily you could make
one of
these
them
into,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
dog,
quite easily
right.
you could make these into like it could be a live action, like
Yeah.
either live action Ronald McDonald, and the rest could be Muppets, and then you have some little girl who's like your human sidekick trapped in the McDonald's world. You could quite easily do it with all of those characters.
Yeah. I think if there's ever a time when the food becomes so... Then when they're like, you're not allowed fast food anymore because it's so bad for you.
Yeah.
If McDonald's go down, they should just be like, well, let's just make cartoons.
Yeah. We're gonna
Because they were
We'll use these characters because no one can get the food anymore.
we're gonna become a production house.
Yeah, like, that would be. I'd buy into it.
Yeah, it is very weird that they've decided to step you so far away from the reality of what McDonald's is to like now you've got all these characters made from the food you're about to eat.
Yeah.
Like how many kids were, because you got them at McDonald's, these DVDs, how many kids were eating these things
Nuggets.
while they were watching them be anthropomorphic versions of themselves on
Playing
TV,
with their
like,
nuggets.
Hey!
Talking to each other, and there's that one that's got like a really deep voice as well. And
Yeah.
like, yo man, yo man, get off me. And then
One of the voices. Who was the Hamburglar? Because I recognised his voice, but I didn't recognise the
he's
actor.
Cow and Chicken.
Yeah.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah.
Right, that was it.
He's Ickis as well from...
Is he Ickis? Yeah, of course he is.
And he's the bread guy, and he sort of
Yeah.
like...
He just
He
loads,
did
doesn't he?
loads, yeah. That's,
It was just I was listening to it
Charles
thinking, I
Adler.
know that voice, but I didn't know
Yeah.
the name. I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I thought you guys might know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the plot?
Yeah.
Tell me the plot.
The plot is we're going camping.
Yeah,
Like
that is essentially it. They're going camping, and then they see a spooky house. But this spooky house is essentially, it's like an adventure, an escape room.
Yeah.
Like
Kind of
someone's,
scenario.
some spoiler alert, some kid is controlling it all
Yeah.
and trying to. It's like a game.
Mm.
And
Like,
one of
basically, it's Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a kid's Saw. To be fair, it's when you're like with adventure rooms. How have they never done a haunted house adventure room? It's a really good idea.
They should do.
When I was watching it, I was like, "This is a good." I'd
you
play
could
this.
do it quite easily.
Yeah, but what's weird is everyone seems to be in on it except for Ronald.
Yeah.
That I was. Yeah, I
was really confused.
I have to admit,
So
I
Ronald
was
doesn't
watching
know
it-
he thinks
No.
it's just a haunted house.
Yeah.
Everyone's like betrayed him and tricked him into going
Right.
there.
I was really confused by one. I watched this a bit last night. It was quite late. I was tired, but I thought, like, have I fallen asleep? Have I had like a power nap and missed something? Because
There was the clues to the strange sort of drop at the end
Yeah.
were that she had a walkie-talkie on
I
her.
saw that.
But one of them. Yeah, she was like...
She had one walkie-talkie.
Because they even make a point, don't they?
Yeah, the little chicken thing was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, okay.
And then there was cameras in the woods.
Yeah. Because the Birdie notices that.
Yeah. Birdie noticed a lot of it and just didn't put it together.
No, or doesn't actually say to anybody else.
Yeah.
I think there's something funny going on.
And then a few of them knew it. Was it like the Nuggets?
The Nuggets and the Fry
Purple
Kids.
Egg Girl and the Fry Kids.
Because they went quite early, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then but they're all in the sort of back Wizard of Oz room.
They're sort of
behind
going
the
around.
scenes,
And the whole sort of point is as well that Grimace and the dog are afraid of like everything.
Yeah.
So they're telling spooky camp stories.
Yeah.
Hamburger is just a bit of a jerk.
Oh, he's a real...
Yeah. There's loads of times where I just love like Ronald to walk in and like whenever he's like doing something knobheady, he just actually batters him.
Yeah.
Like just full on like beats the crap out of him.
Pull it back. It'd be funny if he just went in and was like slaps him.
Yeah.
Like, no, Hamburger, let's stop it.
I just liked him to just like full on
Just deck
chin him, and knock him out, and then he gets up and then.
Or if he went, pull like the Joker, pulls out a crowbar. He's like, am I going to have to teach you
I
again?
think the only reason these thoughts come to your head is because he's a clown.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
he's terrifying.
And everyone looks at him as like dad. They're like, oh, Ronald, he's scaring me. And if he's like, oh, all right then, bang, do it again. And the Hamburger's like, sorry.
Or if like the next scene they are eating chicken nuggets and you just see a bit of like black and white fabric like come out of somebody's mouth. Like,
what's in the burger, Ronald? Nothing.
Like, secret recipe.
Secret ingredient.
But yeah, so they do this sort of spooky haunted house.
Yeah.
For some reason, only a couple of them know about it, and they just want to complete it. There's no reason for them to not tell him. That's the only weird.
That's what I was saying. That's what I thought I'd missed. I didn't get why they hadn't told Ronald.
Yeah.
Because being the dad, surely he'd be like, yeah, we can do it. In fact, he would have probably helped.
Yeah, if they were like, we can't finish it, and he'd be like, let's go, gang.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of guy Ronald is.
Yeah.
Or I don't.
I'm glad they sort of like they fluffed in it because I was really like, I think I've missed something.
Yeah.
No, I was really confused at the video. Like what? Like everyone was.
It was just the fact that they all betrayed him. It just felt like
wrong.
No wonder he feeds them to people.
Yeah, that's it.
Grinds them.
Yeah, like he just this is what drove him to it.
Yeah,
these are like the before restaurant years. That's what these episodes.
Yeah.
So every episode is him getting closer to starting his own restaurant.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald behind the blow. This is like the documentary series.
It's actually a really sad series of a really nice guy being manipulated by his friends to the point where he becomes a killer and mass producer of his friends.
Although that's what it is. This is basically the Breaking Bad of fast food restaurants. So by the 6th episode, like in this one he's cheery and he's taking his friends out camping, they're eating apples. But this is the first episode, as you say. We've not seen the rest. By episode 6 he's selling off franchises, he's forcing like burgers down kids' throats.
He's the man who knocks.
That's it.
Basically,
I'm the man who fries.
And then throughout the episode, there's a series of songs as well.
Oh yeah,
which
I really like these songs.
You know, I was thinking the first song, I was like, I hate my life so much.
This one's like the one in the cars were lame.
Yeah, and they just keep repeating it, and I was like, this is actually like, you know, when you see the sort of on TV people making fun of kids' cartoon songs, where you just like the gun slowly lifting to your head. But as they went on, I was like, that one where they're in the spooky house.
Yeah, that was really cool. Had like little hip hop beat, and then like the spooky soundtrack.
I admit they gradually got better.
Yeah.
That does not mean I didn't think any of them were good.
I enjoyed it.
I actually thought the one in the car where they're going along. I was convinced at one point when they've done it, they'd completed it and gone, it's too short.
Yeah.
What can we bang together quickly to fill up some space?
And over
the same verse.
Because it was like
even the animation repeats.
And it was when he kept like, are we there yet?
Yeah.
It's like, no. It's repeat, and it's like, oh my god, how many times?
Next verse.
Yeah, but the music was done by Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yes. Yeah. It's
so he is linked with, because I recognise that now too. He has done.
He did the Rugrats
theme, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's like he's a massive composer now.
Yeah,
oh really?
He does a lot of films and still a lot of cartoons.
Yeah.
But they actually used the background music for this is the music from later episodes of Rugrats as well.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's got the same background music as Rugrats.
It feels very much in that, like I say, that Nickelodeon vein.
Yeah.
Both musically, the voice talent seems to have come over.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine the animation studio must have made a pretty fair penny off this. 6 of these banged out for McDonald's, like corporate videos. They must have paid quite.
Because they charge. I think they charge like $3 to sell them or something.
Yeah.
So they can't have been that bothered about actually making money off them.
McDonald's
took a load of money.
Yeah, these weren't a profit maker. These were advertising. For
exactly. Yeah. Or even at the end where he's like, "See you in McDonald's."
Yeah.
Just cuts to him like waving out of his weird window.
Yes. Yeah. So hypnotically.
See you in McDonald's. McDonald's.
That's it. Head starts spinning around. You like burgers. You like burgers.
Yeah, I bet the animation studio could get a good number on like amount of copies sold though. I bet they can pop that. That's good on their CV. We sold like millions of these to children all over the US. Like
we created McDonald's.
Yeah, we are in 1 in 3 households right now.
We're in 1 in 3 car boot sales
on VHS.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever release a soundtrack because I'm down. I'm down to get that.
You gotta watch more just to see what the songs.
If anything, you've got it. Yeah, you want to see all 6 episodes and see if they've done like an overall sort of like thing, because it advertises the net. Well, I watched this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it advertised the next one.
Yeah, it did.
Which was the Grimace Island.
Oh
Grimace
man,
Island.
that looked amazing.
Yeah, it did. I watched that. But here's the thing, like, because Grimace is purple.
Yeah.
They were all slightly different colours, weren't they? And I was like, are they supposed to be potatoes? And that was,
I think Grimace is like a rancid hash brown.
all the food in this is the wrong colour because it's gone on.
Yeah.
And it's sort of...
So they are all different colours, aren't they? Because like you say, the fries.
Yeah. This is like what happens when you leave McDonald's like just in a box for too long. Or whatever. There's that guy that's got like a hamburger that's like not degraded at all. Like, if he leaves it like another 3 years, it'll just become alive. Like, hey guys, what's going on?
Springs legs.
And wants to go camping.
Like you say, because this is McDonald's, morally, I still feel...
it's weird. It's like
it sort of... I feel a little bit dirty because...
I feel like I'm fighting with the younger me.
Yeah.
Because I would have loved it so much.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things I used to like about going to McDonald's, was sitting in where they had the kids bit and just they had all the pictures up and it was just like wanted to know more about all these characters. But now it's like I can see why they're banned.
Oh yeah.
Because it's terrible. Like marketing's one of
this would play
to everything going.
Because the fact is, if you saw that, I mean, the thing I was surprised about was that I don't think I ever saw, and again they may have done it in the States. I never saw the animated version of Ronald McDonald in a restaurant.
Right.
I remember they did sort of when I was in like early 20s. They had a new sort of art style, and it was only a cartoon. Yeah. And then I just remember thinking, did they do a cartoon or something? I don't think they did.
No.
But I never saw this style, which you would have thought they'd have pushed.
Because if you want this as animation, you have this out, like you say, 1 in every 3 homes.
Yeah.
Is then you have this on the windows or up on the bloody golden arches. So when your kids are driving past, they're like, Ronald McDonald! And they recognise it, and in you go.
Yeah.
But again, maybe that's a British thing because we didn't have the videos.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe they did have that in America.
It's possible.
To be fair, like with him being a clown and everything, like the sort of featureless like representation of his face makes him sort of iconic anyway. Because I mean, like
he is iconic. Isn't he?
He is, yeah. Like
the simple design.
Super Size Me, where they show the kid, he shows the kids the slides, and it's just like, who's this? And they're like, yeah, that's Ronald McDonald, and they shows him Jesus, and like most of them don't know who it is. And it's just like, he is already a brand.
It's weird, isn't it, as well, because you sort of a time where clowns are they are like horror figures, big time.
Oh yeah.
But are people scared of Ronald McDonald?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't remember
He's
as a kid being afraid.
No.
Yeah, but as a kid, were you scared of clowns? I think this.
I know I wasn't, but I don't remember anyone else being.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I don't remember any of my mates being like, I don't like Ronald McDonald.
No, Ronald McDonald's a different thing because you associate him, I suppose, with
Happy Meals.
Yeah, with Happy Meals and McDonald's.
Happy times.
Yeah.
If it had been, if Ronald McDonald had been played by Tim Curry,
yeah,
possibly different.
Yeah.
Well, if you saw him at McDonald's, you'd be like, he's just like,
started offering you burgers and was like, we float. I'd have been pretty terrified. But he works. Like you say, he's iconic and he appeals to children. I can't see that they would do a cartoon with Colonel Sanders, who's basically a racist.
Don't know. Foghorn Leghorn was like
pretty much. Yeah. Well, he had with slightly racist overtones. And then you also like the King or the Burger King. You couldn't have. They would never be an animated.
No.
No, they did. They had that mask thing for a while, and that was scary.
That was terrifying.
Yeah. So like, it's weird that that's scarier than a clown.
Yeah. It was like you said, the features of it doesn't move. It's hiding something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they hit on something. They chose the right animation style at the right time.
Yeah.
Which is what I think.
And there's loads of. It's still got that sort of. Like there was loads of lines that did make me laugh. Like there's just little bits like I think it was the Fry things, where there's like it's like you can't go through this door.
They kick it open,
and he's just like, "What are you talking about? I've been opening doors all my life." It's like boots, just like little things like that just crap me up. There's a few lines I wrote down, and
it is a fun show.
Fun,
like. I think the moral thing as well is like you got to think how many of the cartoons even that you watched were actually just made to sell something.
Oh God!
Like pretty much all of your favourite things were.
I mean, I'm a little older than you guys, and it made me think about
the 80s especially. Like
the 80s
started it.
Yeah, exactly. So like you say, I feel slightly morally funny about this, but I still go back and watch Generation 1 Transformers or He-Man or Turtles or Thundercats. All of those are pretty much generated to sell toys.
Well, that's the thing, like in the 90s that was still really heavy because you still had like
Street
Sharks like Mario, Sonic, or to sell games and McDonald's and stuff like that. But we did get like these Nickelodeon tunes and Cartoon Network tunes. But I think it stopped. It was like they got to a point where they just realised, we don't need to
have toys.
If we just make a good cartoon, we can still make toys.
Well, I think that's the thing though. In the mid '90s, there's a thing about '93, '94 where it starts to trail off.
Yeah.
Because you do get all especially like the Turtles imitators.
Yeah.
Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars. All that kind of stuff trails off.
Yeah.
Because they realise like actually. We haven't got to just sell toys. You can just make a good cartoon.
Yeah.
And actually, if you make a really good cartoon, then you can expand the merchandise off the back of that.
Yeah. And I suppose, like, you're getting to a point where you're selling videos.
Yeah. Yeah, home entertainment probably drove it more.
It does make... That makes... Like this is just... I mean, even though it was to sell McDonald's, it's still they're selling videos.
Yeah. And I think Cartoon Network and like I say, Nickelodeon have got a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Because I think they had an element of freedom early to mid 90s, where they could make cartoons that were completely irreverent and no one, because no one was paying attention. Cartoons, no one cares. What's that? Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Actually, like and I think I do what like Red and Stimpy, Johnny Bravo, and all these like Cartoon Network cartoons.
So many.
I mean, even like Our Real Monsters.
Yeah.
I used to love these.
Yeah.
And you do go back and you watch them, and you will all cover them all. I know you.
Yeah.
But you do go. Yeah, actually, as a parent now, I do wonder.
It's like, would it be okay?
Yeah.
But then as I think because we watched them when we were kids, and then you don't notice the stuff that's because obviously you do now. You're like, how did we watch that? But when you watched it, it just completely went over.
I can still watch all this stuff. I mean, in preparing for this, I went down a little bit of a YouTube rabbit hole, if I'm honest. And that seems to happen.
Yeah.
And I did watch things like all these Nickelodeon cartoons, just watching the odd episode here and there. And you're right, like some of them hold up better than others.
Yeah.
But the animation is so stylistic and so diverse and some of it slightly dark.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
it's just
I
so
can see why these
experimental, isn't it? Like,
experimental is really good.
everything,
They start pushing the boundaries. I can see why they become cult. People follow them.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you say, I think you're right in the fact that like no one was paying attention. I don't feel like it was until like something like South Park came out that parents ever really thought like, oh, just because it's animated, it might not be appropriate. Because I think most parents were just happy to be like, oh, this is not real. You just sit and watch this.
Oh no, I think you're right.
And it didn't really
there's
matter
a real
what it was.
There's a wave in the late 90s again, where animation changed, and you've got Ren and Stimpy really started to push the boundaries. Everyone was watching The Simpsons, as you know, and then they were like, I wonder if there are other cartoons we can watch. And all of a sudden the scrutiny fell on like Ren and Stimpy, South Park. HBO started releasing
South
one.
Park was never.
No, but everyone still thought animated. Spawn had an animated series that was not for kids.
No.
And stuff like that. You just go. So those late 90s, I think that's the sea change. And it was a bit like, oh, actually.
Well, as well, like we start getting channels. That are just like Nickelodeon Cartoon Network, where it is just cartoons. So all of a sudden you've got to make loads of new cartoons because you've got to fill a channel with them. Yeah. So it changes the way people are watching them and stuff like that. It just sort of exploded because of it. I think it's.
I think that's why that's why the animation in this in particular is actually, like you said before, they haven't half-assed it.
No.
But I don't think they had to because they were so good at it by that point that they could have just banged these things out and they were coming out at quality.
Yeah.
Like the animation in this is good, a bit repetitive at times.
Yeah.
But it's solid animation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And the art style's cool as well.
I like it. I really like that style.
Yeah. I thought Ronald looks really cool.
I love his hair. It's almost like shredded.
Like it's weird. Like when they do that bit where he falls into that tube to turn into a cartoon, they have to change his hair.
Yeah. It looks like he's whooshing.
Like they have to lift his hair up just to match the cartoon. But it's cool.
But all the character designs are really solid. I mean, all right, Grimace is just a purple blob. Forget that. But all of them are actually a really good, like stylistic design. I've really enjoyed some of that.
I suppose someone like Grimace, he's
can do really.
Yeah, he's so simply. He just eyes a mouth and he's purple.
Maybe that's the next horror movie you were expecting. Like bring back Grimace. Like, they should break out of cartoons and just go into like low budget horror. Get Blumhouse to like produce like Grimace.
Well, you don't know what the next one is. It was a Grimace Island. They could go there, and you might find out actually there's some really like
dark,
like cannibalistic Grimaces.
Like how did Grimace become fun?
I'm telling you, it's how Ronald became
an embittered.
It's how he went from hero to villain.
Yeah.
In the space.
At the end of this, he becomes like Scrooge McDuck. He just lives in a huge money pit, counting the McDonald's royalties as they come rolling in.
Never making a cartoon ever again.
That's why there's no 7 because he was like, I'm too good for this.
Yeah. 6.
Screw you and your Nickelodeon.
Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Okay, so here is the deciding moment. The Toon Jam flawless system of what did you think? Thumbs up, that's good.
Very good.
Thumbs down, that's not good.
Nada.
Shaky middle is shaky middle.
We could have been friends.
So, we'll start with you, Scott.
Okay, it's gonna have. Do you know what? It was a high highs and low lows.
Yeah.
That there were points when I was all thumbs up, and there were times I was all thumbs down. So overall, it's a shaky middle. It's a really shaky middle. Animation strong.
Yeah.
I think it's simplistic. It's fine for kids.
Yeah.
I did have some issues with the morality of it being an advertisement, but that aside, the songs irritated me.
Yeah.
I wish they'd spent more time or done something more with the live action. I think I like that more.
Yeah.
Whilst I love the animation, the animation was really good.
I'd love to have seen them all as puppets.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that, and that was the thing with this. So shaky middle from me.
Okay then.
For me, I think there was definitely some dud bits, some low notes, some bad songs, and it is a bit of a weird thing to be just essentially watching like a 35-minute advert for fast food, which is just like that.
See you in McDonald's.
Surely that shouldn't
get the shakes. Get the shakes at the end
it's
of it.
like, hey man, I saw the advert. I saw all 3 hours of it. It's just like, so But on top of that, I think it looked really good. Like the voice acting and stuff was really cool.
Yeah. Except for the dog.
Yeah, except for the dog. And it was so fun. Like it did take me away to like those zany sort of cartoons, and like I did feel like I was gone. At some point actually, I felt like I think it was some bits of the music were reminding me of like a Rare game. It was just like whatever type of instruments they decided to only use in the 90s seemed to be that. But so for me, it lands on a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, hard thumbs up. And I've got to represent the clans. So
yeah, that's true.
It's my boy.
You are somewhat.
You're my boy, Ronald.
Well, yeah, this is like deciding vote. I don't know. It's tough because I'm like arguing sort of with my inner child.
Yeah.
With the fact that it is for McDonald's and is a marketing tool is scary. Like it just makes you wonder how much of the fact that like I like these characters so much, how much of that is actually like I sort of went in already liking them because this was not this specifically, but it was used on me and it worked to the point where I think I'd still, if I saw that, like, if I went into McDonald's now and they did a Happy Meal with these characters, I would go and buy it. If I could get a little toy of Ronald McDonald just to put on the side or something.
You're already in the cult of McDonald's.
And that's what scares me about it. But also I've got to give him kudos because if you take all that out of it, it's a good cartoon. It's like I did enjoy the cartoon. The first song, the songs, I quite like the spooky one. The middle one, I can't remember, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But the first one was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. But I'm going to give it a thumbs up because I reckon I might even go and watch the rest of them.
Yeah.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Would either of you go and watch The Adventures on Grimace Island?
I'm so intrigued by Grimace. His history.
The 40 minutes long?
Yeah.
It didn't feel 40
No, it
minutes.
didn't. To be fair,
I thought it was 20.
It did go quite quick.
Yeah. So
So the next one's Grimace, a McDonald's story.
There's little things as well, like the professor that pops up at the end is the dad of the kid that runs it. He invented that bear whistle.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So there's little bits where you're like
callbacks.
Yeah, but I didn't know that until I read it up afterwards.
Yeah.
And that makes me want to watch more.
There's a McDonald's expanded universe.
It's weird.
Did they because he was called Franklin, was he, the kid? Was his last name Stein? Because I think that I feel like it
is
Franklin Stein.
Yeah, it's because on the wiki page they referred to him as Frankenstein, and then after that they do call him Frank Stein. So it's,
because I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. When it first came up.
There's loads of little gags. Thumbs up because it was fun.
I don't think I could sit through if I was to watch another one. I'd be like, oh, interesting.
I couldn't. I mean, not in a row.
No,
I'd have to space it out over a few weeks.
Well, I mean, after a couple of meals.
Essentially, because they didn't actually do any full-on McDonald's endorsement. Like, imagine that was just an episode of Magic School Bus. You'd just be like, oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a shame it's for.
Yeah.
But then I don't know because I don't know now, but I did used to love going to McDonald's as a kid.
Yeah.
But it was because I liked eating it.
Yeah.
But this just made it better.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking when I was watching it, like, if you imagine like the guy who plays Ronald, like, does he actually know? Like, how much does he know about like the bad effects of fast food? Like, is he doing this? Point. Yeah, like genuinely as like an entertainer with children
he wouldn't,
or whatever.
he wouldn't know.
Like, like he's going out there and doing his thing, and he's like, oh, I just want to do this, and now we're doing a cartoon. Like, as far as he's concerned, like this is just.
Well, as far as he's concerned,
it's
a job that he probably enjoyed doing. He's
It's all for kids, and
and that's
think like, oh yeah, it's just entertainment for kids, and
that's not good. Let's not forget actually that the adverse effects of McDonald's. That's not to say that McDonald's hasn't also probably given money to charities and done good work. Like it's not a completely evil corporation.
Exactly, and as well, it's all you can say like it's really bad, but you don't have to go every day.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You don't have to go every week.
Well, that's the
you
thing.
can just go out every now and again, and then it's not that bad.
Like you say, it has an effect on children, but still, as a parent,
Yeah.
or as a person with some self-control, you know, don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Once a week, whatever, however you want to do it. But like, you know, if you were to like, my kids can't move because the weight, and their legs won't move because of the weight, because of like, every McDonald's, because they've watched these cartoons. Yeah, but you paid for them and gave them. That's your fault.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm still thinking Shaky Middle. I think one of the reasons I would say is Shaky Middle is lost. Is I agree, because the core is so good that there is a potential for a great cartoon.
I know, and
I feel the loss. That's what I do.
It's sad, isn't it? It's almost sad watching it, 'cause it's like, oh, this, it will never get made now. It never get anything like that, and I don't even know as we should. Because
I do want the Colonel Sanders crossover though.
Oh yeah, man. I'd watch a Colonel Sanders cartoon.
Yeah.
Just him and his chicken friends. Him and Drumstick on the road.
I want to see him hunting the nuggets.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
So two thumbs up and a shaky middle.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good score.
That's the highest rating, probably, because
Technically,
there's an extra
because it's two thumbs up and a thumb down. You could count it as high.
Yeah.
There's three thumbs
There you go.
involved. But I hope you enjoyed today's crossover episode. Do you want to plug yours first? And
thank you guys. So I've really enjoyed it. It's been great. So, go and check out Toon Jam, but also check out 20th Century Geek. We're on iTunes and all the other podcasting platforms. You can contact me at 20th Century Geek at Gmail, or find me on Twitter at 20th Century Geek. And I'm also on loads of other platforms as well. Just look for 20th Century, Google 20th Century Geek. We're there. We're awesome.
Confident Google search.
Just Google us.
We're not so sure on the Google search, but at Toon Jam Pod on the old trifecta of social enmities.
Yes.
And feel free to give us a rate and review on iTunes or whatever app it is you use, because it really helps us and it helps people find us. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think it's just been
a big old thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I suppose until next time, see you in McDonald's. Stay jammy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.